Sup, what you need?
Um, where is it in the rules that we get a reprimand if our body cams aren't on?
The reprimand part is kind of new, but in your training, you should have been trained that anytime that you leave the hospital, it is required to have your body cam on, just in case there's an incident or whatever that protects you, as well as covers whoever else as well. And they, you're,
I got that part. Like I got that part of my training, but I do feel, and this is personal, but I feel like they're crossing certain lines because we get new rules every day, and none of these rules are in the rule book, and that's part of the corruption rule. Like to make up rules, and
so
yeah.
So the problem with the rule book and like with each faction and each server can have their own set of rules, and they're not in like the EMS guidebook and stuff like that, because when that was created on Discord and things like that, it was created by a previous DCP or previous chief from like way before, and unfortunately they're not able to edit. They're kind of working on that with the admins to try to be able to edit the new information as we update, but things are going to change again too. When we get a new CP, they can set their own set of rules and things like that. So like it's constantly changing, but unfortunately they haven't been able to edit like the rule book and stuff because that's through different a different DCP / chiefs. So like the new ones they can't add in yet, so we just kind of are just trying to enforce it and tell people. But in your training it does say that you need to have body cam on, and you are required to hold it for 7 days. That's why like when I do my training, I tell people like upload it to YouTube or whatever, so you don't have to worry about it like fill up your phone space. But if you're online, I have mine on like typically the second I turn the game on. I have it on in HP, outside HP, all the time. But more specifically, they need you to have it on outside of HP, especially lately. There's been some incidences with people saying and doing things they shouldn't be doing while they're out of HP, like hanging with gang members or whatever. So if we see that they're online and we're hearing these rumors like, oh, they're doing this or doing that and they're not supposed to be, the DCPs can say, hey, I'd like your body cam footage for the last hour. That you weren't in HP, that I saw you were online, and then if they can't produce it, it's a rep, because chances are they're doing something shisty. So that's why they kind of have that rule, because just because, you're out and about doesn't mean you can get away with things that are breaking the main rules. Like, there's been recent incidents where a staff member has been going to people's gangs' houses and selling pills, and we see them online for 2-3 hours. And again, you were required once you leave HP to have your body cam on for these instances. So if they weren't doing anything wrong, they could be like, look, I was just driving around, or look, I was doing business stuff, or whatever. But when they can't produce it, chances are those rumors are true. So that's kind of a way for the higher ups to kind of monitor that the rules for the faction are being followed. So if you can't produce it, I mean, again, why can't you? Like, if you're doing what you're supposed to and you're recording body cam footage every time you leave the hospital, if you need to produce it because there's been a rumor spread about you and you genuinely weren't doing anything wrong, then you should be like, yeah, see, look, here's my body cam for the last hour I just drove around, or whatever, and you have that proof. So like when I train people, I typically tell them like it's for your own protection too, because people talk a lot of crap and they'll say, oh, you were doing this or you were doing that, and it could be completely and utterly false. But if you have body cam, you save your own butt.
Yeah, I guess I'm just over it because the professionalism doesn't exist at the top. Like, I've seen several messages, we need you guys in the lobby, and then we come down there and y'all are listening to Grease and fucking dancing. Nobody wants to be around that.
Who said that they need you down in the lobby? I must have missed that, because I was down there when they were playing
Grease. Han in the group chat. I was down there and I was like, this is what the fuck y'all called this for? Like, for y'all to just be down here dancing and shit?
He said that everyone on floor 2 needs to come down?
No, he said scrubs to the report to HP lobby desk ASAP.
What the hell?
And then when I got there, because I was in the middle of a med run, I stopped doing what I was doing, turned around, came there just to see that shit. And in general, it's annoying because floor 2, nobody's up there. If y'all want to do shit like that, why not go to floor 2? But floor 1, when people are talking to us, y'all are playing trash music out loud. It's a lot.
Well, you can't say y'all because I wasn't playing it and I was saying the music was
I
shit.
mean, not y'all like you, but like white scrubs. Like it's like you can't expect professionalism from people when you're not being professional. That's just like in general in life. Like you lead by example.
No, I wholeheartedly agree with you. I will say, pay attention to the coat level by the color of their pants. Hano's freshly into being a white coat, so he's still learning
So
too.
are you.
Right, and like I'm higher than he is. I have purple pants, so I'm like a level higher than him. But
But you're very professional.
but even
and you keep it
right,
very
and
profesh.
and I do try. I mean, I have my moments. Like I don't sit here and play music. No, but
While we were down there, Han wasn't the one playing music.
No.
We weren't playing music. It
um
was people that were higher than y'all.
no. So the person who was playing music is actually still one level lower than me as well. I'm trying to. So there's a certain person, and I'm trying not to like give details and be professional.
Participating. Yeah, the people participating.
Yeah.
Not just it takes multiple to tango now. Nobody.
No, I feel you.
playing music.
Okay, so here's the rule when it comes to music. Hold on one second. What's that, dude?
Oh, congratulations! You got them green scrubs on. I see you.
Yep.
What did you need, hun?
No, neighborhood said to come up here and just like put my macros in and then come downstairs.
Oh, gotcha. All right. Yeah, just kind of tone out to what we're talking about then.
Okay.
Yeah, I won't go too many details.
You're advocating for fairness because it's not fair that certain people are held to a certain standard, and at the end of the day, like it's already hard enough because we're trying to build up XP. We're just trying to get to the where you guys are, and to come down there, and it's not shit talking or being cool with the gang members that we not even allowed to talk to, or is get behind the desk, da, 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 when people down there have been throwing ass in a circle to grace.
So let me comment on that just a little bit, just try to give you an insider perspective, because I kind of thought the same thing when I first joined. I was like, man, these people are breaking the rules, but then I'm not allowed to break those rules. The fuck? So okay, so the higher the ranking goes, obviously you get a little more leeway, and that's not entirely fair. I agree with you. It's just unfortunately how it is. Like we put in more work than some of the stuff that you guys have to do, so they tend to break down and chill a little bit harder than most. So like dancing and stuff, we never complain about that. The rule with music that I was starting to say in the lobby is, like, again, I can't speak on the person who was playing it today because, yeah. Anyway, I'll avoid that topic. But things aren't exactly peachy keen in the medical faction either. So we don't all agree with what the others are doing, and it's being handled. But it's got to be a process. And with Bristol in the middle of transition, we have to wait for the new CP. Like there's a whole lot of things going on because you kind of joined at like the end of term, which things get a little hectic at that time. But as far as music goes, typically we don't care when staff members are playing it. Now, if someone like Gangster comes in and they're blasting music, that's where it's different. If a staff member's playing music, we all kind of just mostly suck it up within reason. Now, if you are having someone trying to talk to you and saying, I need this, and you genuinely can't hear it, the typical rule of play is if you just type, I can't hear, the music's too loud, can we pause it for a minute? Or something along those lines. Whoever is playing that music is required to shut it off or they can get in trouble. If you don't say anything, typically, like, we just kind of let it slide because we're all just kind of sitting there. But again, if you can't hear, just say something, and whoever's playing it should turn it down. Yes, we all dance. Yes, we have fun because, I mean, as you know, it's fucking boring as shit just standing down there. And get behind the desk. Again, the reason we enforce these rules, we all had to do it. Like every single person you see, I got yelled at to get behind the damn desk like 20 times, and I was like, like I was just coming out to ask a question, like fuck, and it literally drove me nuts. But we all had to do it. So, and then I found out, like, the higher up that I got, like admins watch our screens on a regular because, especially being higher up, they want to make sure we're following the rules and procedures that they've given us and guides that they've given us. And with them watching, it could be completely out of Bristol's hands or out of the DCP's hands if we are like letting like you guys just run around and we're not caught saying something to you, like which is what we're required to do, we can get a rep or we can get in trouble. So that's why you hear us constantly being like so and so behind the desk, so and so behind the desk, because even if we're playing music, which is technically allowed in lobby by staff members within reason, you know, we can still get in trouble for not enforcing some of these rules. Like admins aren't going to get in trouble for us, you know, listening to music. I mean, they're not going to put us in trouble for listening to music. However, if they see that we're listening to music and we're not doing our job, or we're even if we're not listening to music and we're not doing our job, which is required of us to say, hey, you know, this scrub, and this scrub, you need to stand behind the desk right now, then they can give us a rep or fire us. So it's not worth our position. So we're all like, you'll always see we're always on it because those are the things they check for.
While they were playing Grease, there was a bum behind the desk and nobody said anything.
I saw that person, and I'm pretty sure that Mary again, it was a little difficult to hear, so that's where it becomes an issue with the music playing, and that's where we're trying to find that happy point.
Ben, I know it took Herman to say something because I didn't hear her say anything because I sat there, I waited, and then I left. Because I'm like, what is the point?
Right. I mean, I understand on that. Like, a lot of us sometimes, like, I saw them too, and I didn't say anything. Because, like, typically speaking, I kind of wait for, like, the even higher ups to say something. If they don't say something, I'll usually hop on. But the problem is sometimes they've given up in the sense of, like, we do say something once or twice, get that on body cam. And if it's someone, like, you may not have been here when that person came in, say, 5 times recently and did the same thing and refused to take orders or refused to listen. So, like, we kind of give up, like, it's useless to sit there and keep saying it over and over and over if it's a troll who's not going to listen. And like the best example I can give is Colin. Colin's a fucking idiot. Colin does what he wants. Colin does not listen. We've had to call admin and PD on him so many times that it's getting to the point where calling doesn't do no good because he either logs out or he just uses his get out of jail free card. So until the admins ban him, there's not a whole lot we can do. That's why we kind of just ignore him, because then if the admins try to call us on it, it brings it to their attention even more. Like, hey, we saw Colin behind the desk and you didn't say nothing. Yeah, because you didn't ban him like we've asked you, all of us have asked you 10 times. So we have a fighting point with that. So there's a certain points that after we've said something to someone multiple times and they're just not doing it, and we can't fire them, that they're just a regular player, like, you know what I mean, or they log out, run away from the police. Like, there's no point in wasting the police's time to bring them here or even to say something, like, because it just does nothing. They're gonna do what they want, whether what we tell them. We can't control their players, you know what I mean? So the best thing we can do is just kind of submit it to admin, hope admin does something, and then not say something, so that way when the admins catch us, we can say, well, we tried to warn you like 5 times. We've already told him and you did nothing. So what's the point of me telling him anymore?
Andrew, come over to this desk.
What are you doing?
I miss Box and Jean, so that Miss Box can get her training up.
Yeah, you're good. You guys can do the training.
He ain't got his micros or nothing, y'all, just to let y'all know.
Missy, do you want to try to do the training with me spotting you?
No, I don't.
All right, no worries. I can do it.
Yeah, 'cause I just wanted to talk to you, and then I had something to do, unfortunately. Would have been great to have been asked instead of told.
Yeah, like I said, just kind of, some people say things a little harsher. It doesn't mean to come out that way. If you ever need to vent, I'm here. Like, I can explain it to the best of my ability for you and try to make, it not so stressful.
This is his second time, especially because you see the different color in scrubs. Like, I understand he's been here before. That's my only issue with this faction is, like, it's a favoritism thing I'm starting to notice, and it's also I feel like I can talk to you this way, and it's just supposed to go that way. And clearly, I'm not that type of person. Like, I feel like I talk to everybody.
So, for the record, you're still fairly new, and yes, there is a slight favoritism because we've all been here longer. But, like, I was just talking with Suki this morning, and he was like, I didn't like you in the beginning. I'm like, I didn't like you either. Like, but we kind of grow on each other.
What? Y'all are so sweet, though.
Right, but Suki didn't like me, and I didn't like Suki at all. So, like, that's my point is, like, sometimes it just seems seems worse than it is, but the more you're here, the more people get to know you, the more you show your personality. We all kind of grow on each other, and then we become close and we become tight. So just keep working at it. Don't give up on it. I promise you, like, all of these people are fantastic, and the more you get to know them, the more you get close with them, you'll see, like, the more you work your way up, you're gonna love it even more.
Got you. Okay, that gives me some hope.
For
Sorry,
sure.
Andrew. Unfortunately, I gotta go take my chinchilla to the vet. But
It's okay, Andrew. I got you.
yeah, Jenny trained me. She's a really good trainer. You're in good hands.
All right, so did I hear him correctly that he said he gave you all your macros already and you got them in already? Good Lord, I'm gonna kick him in his shin. All right, hold on one second. It's harder for me to do the Discord part. Just to verify, you have Discord, correct? So if we can just get someone to simply send you the macros, because that's the longest part of training, is you have to take each, like this, we send a list of these macros that you put in, and you have to copy and paste each one individually and add them to your macros. So that's like the longest, most annoying part. But yeah, you probably will. I mean, I know you need your mic for promos. I mean, mostly if you're just listening and able to type yes and stuff like that, you don't really need a mic for training, because like we can just explain everything to you, and like as long as you're acknowledging that you're still listening and still here, etc., you're pretty good. But you will need to, if you have questions, then you probably want your mic because it's a pain in the butt to type. But for starters, I don't know if you like the keyboard that comes with what you're using now, the game keyboard. It sucks. But when you are adding your macros, I can give you this heads up. So just in case I'm not on when you are trained. But the 3 lines in the top right corner, if you hit those and then you hit the gear icon, that'll open up a thing.
Stand right here while she gonna help.
Hold on one
There
second.
go another. My bad. I'm sorry.
Wait, before you leave, don't leave. Just stand here for a second while I finish this. So Andrew, make sure, and this goes for you too, Donnie, when you are copying your macros here that you'll get in a little bit, you want to hit the 3 lines first up in the top right, hit the gear icon, hit on controls, and then uncheck the custom keyboard. That'll bring up your personal keyboard, and it'll make you so you can actually copy and paste and be able to use your own personal keyboard that you use for everything else on your phone. And it is a lifesaver, because I hate the game keyboard.
Wow, thank you so much.
You're welcome.
I hate it too. Thank you.
All right, Lee. So the only thing that, and I can do the talking points, but do you have the macros on Discord? Because it's really difficult for me to switch to Discord. So if you can send these to the macros, I can help them with everything else.
Yeah, I just put my Discord name up there.
All right, so he just put his Discord name, which is also Lee Dougie. If you guys on Discord can go add him so he can send you the macros, and then I'll teach you how to use them and how to put them in.
Don't put 2 E's, put 1 E.
Okay, so I'm supposed to hit on the 3 lines. How did you say I changed my keyboard? Because that wouldn't save me a lot of time.
So hit the 3 lines, and then you hit the gear icon, and then you hit controls, and then you uncheck the box that says custom keyboard.
Okay, doing it right now.
All right, and then hop over to Discord and add Lee so he can send you the macros, and then hop back here and I'll tell you what to do.
Okay.
Lee, can you also invite them to both of the faction chat and the one state chat so that they're a part of those groups? Again, because that's the Discord related stuff. Yeah, every time I try to do anything on Discord, it just crashes my game.
Yeah, I need these for some part of my training anyway.
Yeah, and I'll give you credit for training with me because if you do the Discord part.
Done it, Martin. I forgot the other name already.
I'm sorry, can you repeat that one more time?
Yep, we got it. Thank you.
Hey, Echo, can you hear me?
No problem.
Yeah.
Did you see my DM to you?
Bye bye.
No, I haven't checked.
I'm gonna send it one more time so I make sure you got it because I was confused about something.
Can I get a med kit?
After a week, they get cleared out anyway, whether you rank up or not. So there's that too. And